Hello, fellow discoverers. We are at Smith Ridge in Campbellsville, Kentucky. I got this thing on a tripod, so I'm trying to do this while it's still on stand. It's kind of working out. Alright, so we're going for that basket. It's roughly 320 feet, maybe 40, I don't really know. It's not an actual hole, but most of this place is underwater. And it's a crazy red hair day, so yeah. Alright, so what we're doing is rives. We have a royal rive and just regular, royal rive plastic. We have the orbital rive. And then we have the raptoreye royal grand rive. Now we're going to see how they fly in comparison to each other. I'm going to start it all off with throwing flat and see what happens. Starting off with the regular rive. About 45 short of the basket. The ground's kind of swampy. Alright, now we're going with the orbital rive. That one had a very stable finish, but it held straight really well. That one's under the basket. As most people know, the orbital is normally more stable than the regular plastics. So I threw that one further right, and it still landed in about the same zone as the first rive in the regular plastic. Now we're going with the raptoreye. This one I have not thrown yet, so I'm just going to throw it a good bit right of the basket, but still try to keep it nice and flat. Really low, so I got a heck of a skip right in front of the basket. Seems to be quite stable as well. Alright, we're going to do it again. We're going to do this one with a bit of a flex line anhyzer. Also, grip wise, the original rive and just the royal rive, it is a bit slicker, but it still grips pretty decently. The orbital rive has a bit more like of a tacky fill grip than the original, but still a little slick. And then the raptoreye rive is very tacky, grippy filling, but not so much where it sticks to your hand, like to throw grip lock it in a sense. But alright, so now we're gonna do same order, just with the flex. So the original held the line, the anhyzer line, a little bit longer than it normally would. That's a disc that's in my bag regularly, so it is beat in a little bit. So a brand new one is going to obviously be a lot more stable. Orbital, in my knowledge of this disc, because it's also in my bag, is it will carry that line decently, but it normally always cuts right out of it. under the basket. Again, orbital rive. Alright, raptoreye. Let's see what it does. Like I said, the last throw was my very first time throwing this disc. That was part 2. That one really just kind of held the line the whole way. Granted, I am throwing uphill, so that could be a big factor in this. I also clipped a tree, but that held the line the whole way. I figured it was going to cut back at some point. It did slow down like it was going to, but again, it's uphill. Alright, so original rive, royal rive, hit a tree. I was still about, I don't know, 50 feet from the basket. And then this one, even though it held the line the whole way, which kind of surprised me, it was about less than 10 feet from the basket, about maybe 9. And then royal rive, orbital. This guy was about 7 feet from the basket. Alright, so we're gonna try hyzer, but I don't really have a specific hyzer line here. But we're gonna go for it. Tree. I messed up that throw. Alright, orbital. This ground's so swampy. My shoes are soaked just from walking up there and back. Alright, now the raptoreye. All three very predictable in the sense of a very stable disc. They all held the line from point of leaving the hand to point of landing. Yeah, other than the first one, clipping the tree because I slipped horribly. Pretty much all the same area. Alright, so very predictable. Even though this one hit a tree, they all landed almost less than 20 feet of each other, making a triangle. Granted, it was like 75 short of the basket. Alright, so now we're going to do forehand. Same order. I'm going to try to do it with a little bit of a flex, just because that is my better forehand shot. I'm not that great at getting it flat. And keep in mind, I only am, I think, an 862 rated player right now. So like my max drive on a good day with some wind is like 400 on a really good day and some wind, a lot of wind. Average about 370 to 380-ish. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. We're gonna start off with the rive, regular, forehand, a little bit of flat. Swampy ground. I got flex on it. Very stable, like rives are. Try that again with a little less movement because the ground's so swampy, so it's still flat. Well, as you can see, if you can see the disc on here, it's very stable, and if you release it more or less flat, it's going to hyzer out very quickly if you ain't got a lot of forehand power. Alright, if you don't get the actual flex stuff. There it was. Got more distance. On that one, that raptoreye, It did hold the flex line a little bit. I know I didn't get that good of a rip on it, so it's, I don't know, that one's starting to seem a little bit less stable than the other ones, which I wouldn't think it would be, but it seems to have a very nice smooth flight though, and it's also gonna go in my bag. I'm a Rive fan. I love all of them. Y'all have a great day.